Coming into the ring are our senior exhibitors, Katie Miller, Emma Wagner, Taylor Wagner, Joshua Holtree, and Alana Haynes. Our judge for today is Mr. Troy Longenecker. He hails from Annville, Pennsylvania. Troy is a graduate of the Pennsylvania State University with a degree in animal science. He was a member of the livestock judging team while he was there, and currently he's a general manager for Zook Ag Nutritional Products, where he manages the sales team for the organization. Troy coaches 4-H livestock judging teams, where he has been successful as a state-winning coach 4 times, and also as an individual national champion 4-H judging coach as well. He's mentored hundreds of young people, guiding them through life and their show animal projects. He owns and operates Longenecker Show Stock, Side Hustle Sheep Company, and Longenecker Llamas, where he raises Southdown and Dorset sheep, goats, corgi dogs, and llamas. He shows and sells livestock across the country. For the last few years, Troy has been an official sheep judge for the National Junior Collegiate Livestock Judging Contest. He's evaluated livestock shows in 24 different states at the regional and national level as well. He's thrilled to be here today. It's not his first time to Shippensburg, but we sure welcome him back to judge our livestock, and we hope that he enjoys his time here. Let's give him a round of applause. Thanks so much, Troy, for coming out today. Sponsoring our showmanship contest today is Souter Stock Clinic and Jackpot. Congratulations to our exhibitors so far, and thank you so much to Souders for sponsoring our show. Let's give them a round of applause for their support as well.
That'll work, yeah. Just go up. Either head them all this way or head them all that way. You go right behind her.
If you want them all
then. Good afternoon, and my apologies for being a little late. We are breeding sheep this week, and I got a state fair to judge in North Dakota, and I had 11 a.m. cedar pulls before I could run down here. But that being said, I am thrilled to work through the breeding sheep and the kiddos here, and that's just part of life and part of business, and we all make sacrifices. And that being said, there's one showman out here that I think goes ahead and wins our first class for fun. It is a breeding sheep show, and we are out here evaluating showmanship, and she just does so well of taking this Lincoln sheep and showing off of it and showing it pretty and that type of style. She's down, she's up, she's bracing, she gets around this sheep rather well, and I think that's just what separates her from the rest of them. Young lady here in second, for the commercial use she has out here today, she does a great job of driving, love her presence, love her body contact, and just how vertical she is in her stance. Maybe at times you want to get this one short, stepping up underneath of her. I'd like you to stretch her hind legs out just a bit. I do actually admire the halter on this one because it makes her so much more flexible when you get her out in motion. Maybe some people might knock on that out here in a senior drive, but I think it actually makes that sheep perform better when we set it out in motion. Young man here in second, just want you to close up your stance just a little bit. I think at times you just don't get this sheep quite set and get the front feet square like the young lady's right ahead of you. Young lady here that comes out in four, just a sheep that's kind of a challenge to show, just wants to roach up there and not really want to set itself. Just hard to get you to get this one coordinated out here. Young lady that's going to round out this class does a great job. Just need you to get the head and neck up on this one. Just need you to watch your feet placement. Let's give these 5 exhibitors a round of applause.
Congratulations to our senior showman. First place, Katie Miller. Second, Alana Haynes. Third, Josh Holtree. Fourth, Taylor Wagner. And fifth, Emma Wagner. Next in the ring is our intermediate showman, ages 14 to 16. Emily Myers, Taylor Sturm, and Caitlin Holtree. Junior showman, please be at ringside.
Nice trio of young ladies in this division, and the young lady with the Dorset goes ahead and finds her way to the top for me. She's up, down, and all around with this sheep and does a great job of getting it presented. She's calm, cool, collected, but then she's still also aggressive and just has that intensity about her and fire. I'm going to be ultra nitpicky of just a really good showman in this class. Maybe just the way that she wants to get the jaw further away from the judge out here and maybe just stretch this one out a bit. In motion, the sheep's just not wanting to trot and prance for you today. Just some small fine-tuning things, but your presentation, just your poise and presence is the best out here to go ahead and win. The young lady here in second, maybe at times just want to get those back feet too wide and just not get the sheep driving and pushing. Your body posture is just a little bit better and you're a little more comfortable than the young lady here in third. Just at times just really need to watch your feet placement, keep this one square and get the head and neck up on the top side of this one's blade. But really a nice trio of young ladies in this class. Let's give them a hand.
Intermediate showman results: first place Taylor Sturm, second Emily Myers, and third Caitlin Holtree. Next class in the ring is our junior showmen, Christopher Kelly, Carly Saplee, and George Schwab. Novice showman to ringside. Novice showman.
I'll be the first to admit this trio is really, really good and really challenging to sort. And I judge a lot of shows and get around to a lot of areas, and I'll be the first to admit I probably used all three of these kids to win a division or win a showmanship throughout their careers, and that's just because they are all so talented. And what separates them here is just the sheep they're drawn today and how they're presented. The young lady that goes ahead and wins is the only one in this class that gets down and sets all 4 feet first before driving and pushing and prodding. She does have a more challenging sheep to show there that's inverted about her pelvis and just washed out there in its loin edge, but her presentation and just the way she gets this one gathered is what separates her out here today. If we want to cut him in motion and just getting him out here prancing and just presentation, the young man here in second goes ahead and wins in that regard. When I come around the sheep, the sheep just gets a little spooked and wants to move today. Just doesn't want to keep its hind legs set where they need to go. I think if we can get this one planted and keep it still and where it needs to be, I think you can kind of win this class as well. I love the poise, the calm, cool, collected posture, the talented showman here in third. One that I think the sheep today just doesn't want to move around the ring, just wants to squat down and not really want to stand up and push today. Let's give them all a round of applause. I think 3 exceptional showmen.
Next in the rings are novice showmen Jace Kelly and Ricky Brown. Exhibitors up next is our champion showmanship drive and selection for Supreme Representative. If you're a winner in each of the age groups, please be at ringside for selection of champion showman. And on standby for that selection, we're going to need Alana Haynes in the senior division.
right behind him. We get out here in our novice division, and these two young guys are having fun out here and getting their sheep presented. Young man with the commercial U out here just does a great job of driving and getting this one set. Maybe at times just not the most mobile out here in the ring, and one that we want to get set up underneath of her at times, but I think he does a great job just getting this one up and out and fresh touching and pushing at me today when I get my hands on it. Young man that brings out the Katahdin Ram, he's really got this thing dead broke. The handle out here to move around the ring. Just as we're proceeding and moving forward with showmanship, just want to watch your feet placement, just a little more eye contact, and just work at holding the head and the neck on this one. Let's give both these young guys a round of applause.
Results of our novice showmanship: first place, Jace Kelly; second, Ricky Brown. Congratulations to our showman. We're now ready to drive for our champion showmanship. Our champion drive is sponsored by Scott and Carla Dill. From the senior division, we have Katie Miller. Intermediate, Taylor Sturm. Junior, Carly Saplee. And novice, Jace Kelly.
Let's give all four of these young exhibitors a hand out here. Definitely, I think all of them are super talented and know their way around the ring and the sheep, and just their performance out here. That there's a lot that goes on with ring presence and poise and presentation that goes ahead and gets showmen the nod and gets them the look. I think there's one that just separates from the rest of them in their style, their presentation, and just the elegance that they possess. Young lady here out of our senior division will be your champion.
Champion showman is Katie Miller. We're going to bring back Alana Haynes, and we'll select our representative for Supreme Showmanship. Katie's a former winner of Supreme, so she's not eligible to qualify.
As we get back out here and select a reserve and your representative, there's one that just comes ahead and excels from the rest when it comes to the intangibles of just added frills and flair and ring presence. Young lady with the natural colored out of that second division will be your reserve.
Representing Breeding Sheep and Supreme Showmanship on Friday night will be Carly Saplee. Carly, come on to the livestock office when you get a second. We'll give you your bio form. Congratulations. We're going to jump into our breed groups. Up first is our Cheviots. First class is Cheviot Junior Ram Ram. 2 entries from Stephanie Whistler, 226 and 238.
As we start our breeding sheep show, I think a close pair of Cheviot bucks out here, and I'm going to use the more youthful one out here. He's the most athletic, he's the most structurally sound and correct when we set him in motion, and that's where I'm going to lay my priorities all day today. He's better in his hip and his hind leg construction. We watch him get out and go. He's really straight down his top and really fresh touch and out over his rack. I think he's adequate about his breed type, about his head. He is sounder about his mouth than the bucket that comes here in second. The big, rugged, kind of higher performing sheep comes here in second. This one is longer necked and longer spine. That being said, I just need him to plant his hind legs a little bit better when we watch him get out and go. Just make him more flexible about his hock and the way he wants to plant his hooves on the ground. Just gets a little rounder up out of his hip. He is a little scratchy in his mouth for me today. I think a nice pair of Cheviot bucks to go ahead and start our show.
First place Junior Ram Ram goes to Stephanie Whistler's 238. Second to Stephanie Whistler's 226. That will also be your champion and reserve Cheviot Ram. And now we'll put them together and evaluate for a pair of 2 Ram Rams. And our judge is awarded first place. Next class, Cheviot Yearling Ewes. 2 entries from Stephanie Whistler, 195 and 212.
We're going to leave this pair as they stand, and the more moderate female is going to go ahead and win. She's just, there's so much more cage and rib and power to this female. She's more maternal, just one that's stouter featured, wider constructed. Probably want to change the hair color about her head. It's just getting a little gray and spotty up there today. But I think one that's built in assembly, just stoutness of feature, maternal look, is one that goes ahead and starts this yearling U class. Probably the flashier female comes here in second. She's longer spine. She's more extended. Just one that just needs to drop in her flank and just pull her apart in her rib structure and back through her pin width. But I think one that is just super attractive from the side, one that is really flashy. Just need more of her today out here to go ahead and beat the big maternal female ahead of her. Nice pair of yearling ewes. We'll pair them up, and they'll be your first pair of yearling ewes. Congratulations.
Chevy yearling ewes, first place, Stephanie Whistler is 212. Second, Stephanie Whistler is 195. We'll put them together and award first place for pen of 2 yearling ewes. Congratulations. Next class, Cheviot Senior Ewe Lambs. One entry from Stephanie Whistler, Misty Akers, 1573.
Single entry in this class, and I think this female can handle a lot more competition. She has really opened up in her center body. You get your hands on her, and there's just a lot of red meat and muscle on the Cheviot female. She's big and opened up in her hip. She's wide tracking. She's really stout featured. I think this one's balance and proportionality is really, really good, and she's just so attractive up front. Really good Cheviot head on her as well. Let's give her a hand.
Cheviot Senior Ewe Lamb, first place, Stephanie Whistler. Next class, Cheviot Junior Ewe Lamb, Stephanie Whistler's Miller 314 and Stephanie Whistler 245. Sponsoring our Cheviot show today is Whistler Enterprises. Thank you so much for supporting our exhibitors. Let's give them a round of applause.
Definitely a lights out class winner in this group, and this one is just so good. She's extended, she's really attractive, and just straight as a string down her top. Her hip structure and hind leg conformation, and just the way she's assembled for a Cheviot female, I think is next level. Just a little more moderate, rounder built, one that just kind of loses the ESTs of extension and blade angulation, just not nearly as much power, as much look, and width as we see in our class winner. But I think a nice pair, just a really handy winner for me today.
Cheviot Junior Ewe Lamb, first place goes to Stephanie Whistler's 314 and second to Stephanie Whistler's 245. Next class, pair of 2 ewe lambs, one entry from Stephanie Whistler. Judge awards first place. Congratulations. We're now ready to select our champion ewe. We need Stephanie Whistler's Yearling U 212, Stephanie Whistler Senior U 1573, and the Junior U 314. Second place from each class, Yearling U 195 and Junior U 245.
Here in the Cheviot breed, definitely some quality out here, and nope, those yearling ewes are switched. That one was first. Yeah.
You should have 212 in the front and 195 in the back.
We get out here in our Cheviot Drive, and I think really high-quality females, and a breed that I've definitely presented across the country and fit, and just some elite breeders let me hold Purple Banner sheep at Louisville, and I just have a lot of respect for breed type and quality. There is one that trips my trigger a lot out here, just being a high-quality sheep that's sound and well-built and just super extended, but then powerful, just really good down her top, and just incredible in her hip structure. This junior ewe lamb will be my champion. We'll follow up with the fall ewe lamb for reserve. Nice pair of them. Congratulations.
Champion Cheviot U goes to Stephanie Whistler's 314 and reserve to Stephanie Whistler's 1573. We're now ready for our Cheviot Pen of 4. One entry from Stephanie Whistler. First place awarded for Pen of 4 lambs. Next up, Cheviot Breeders Young Flock. One entry from Stephanie Whistler. First place awarded there. And finally, Cheviot Full Flock. Dorset exhibitors, please be at ringside, ready to go. Dorset's, you're up next. First place, Cheviot Flock, Stephanie Whistler. Congratulations, thank you so much. Thanks to Whistler Enterprises for sponsoring our show. Thanks to all of our young folks for helping to get them out in the ring. And of course, Troy Longenecker, our judge. Let's give them a round of applause, great job. Next class in the ring, Dorset, Yearling Ram. One entry from Katie Miller with Four Loco. Dorset Junior Ram Lambs to ringside. Our Dorset show is sponsored by Souter Stock Clinic. Thank you so much to Megan Souter and her team for supporting our exhibitors and our show.
A single entry here in our Dorset show, and I think this buck is really, really good. He's hard touching, he's super athletic, he's attractive, just what we're looking for out here for a big, rugged, mature buck, one that we're going to kick out here in the field and make some good ones. Let's give them a round of applause.
Dorset Yearling Ram, first place to Katie Miller. Next class, Dorset Junior Ram Lamb, 2 entries from Katie Miller, one of Johnny Walker and one of Patron.
Dorset Ram Lamb class, kind of a handy winner for me, just pulled apart in his hip. He's more athletic in motion. He's more balanced and proportional when we study him on the top side of his skeleton, the way he conforms himself with the top side of his blade, and just his handle quality, he's really pulled apart. And then he's still super shallow and attractive from the side, just gets around the ring and floats and trots like a show sheep should. Kind of the horn sheep out here in second, has more length and extension, one that's taller, probably a growthier sheep. That being said, he's just greener and raw today. One that I'd like to make him stouter featured at the ground and give him some more substance. Already getting just a little softer about his pasterns to get around our class winner. I think a nice pair of them. Let's give them a hand.
Junior Ram Lamb, first place Katie Miller's Patron, and second Katie Miller's Johnny Walker. We're going to bring back the ram from the previous class. And we're going to drive for champion Dorset Ram. Champion pair.
Really a no-brainer to go ahead and use this yearling buck for what he is today, to be our champion. But that being said, I think there's some wild, radical pieces and look and build and assembly in this buck lamb. Just one that needs some more time to get around this yearling buck. I think they're going to be grand and reserve quite handily. Congratulations.
Champion Dorset Ram is Katie Miller's Full Loco, and reserve Katie Miller's Patron. Congratulations. We're now ready for our Dorset ewes. Dorset Yearling, you up first. 2 entries from Katie Miller, Blondie and Ice Spice.
A really nice pair of yearling ewes out here in the Dorset division, and I'm going to go ahead and use the fresher touch and just a more elegant one here to start the class. She's more shapely, more expressive, she's more athletic in motion. That's the way she wants to handle her chest and her neck set today that gets her over this second place sheep. Probably a bolder bodied, bigger topped one that comes here in second, just getting really forward and just down in her breastplate there for me, just harder about her flank, and one that looks like she's been raising some lambs. I think a nice pair of them. We're going to keep them the way they are. Congratulations.
Dorset yearling ewe, first place, Ice Spice from Katie Miller, and second, Blondie from Katie Miller. Put them together, we got a pen of 2 yearling ewes with a first place award. Next class is Dorset Junior Ewe Lambs. Katie Miller with an entry, Cover Girl. Katie Miller, another one, Maybelline. And Taylor Sturm with Prada.
A nice trio of Dorset females, and the one that goes ahead and starts our class is just the stoutest featured one, the boldest bodied female that is the biggest and pulled apart up in her dock region there in her hip and just out of her pin width. She's more shapely, she's bigger cage. I would like to tighten her up just a bit in her hide, but that one is the most flexible in motion. She's the stoutest footed, wooliest legged one, like her breed type of bunch. She's going to go ahead and be our class winner. Second place sheep here runs the right direction. She's fresh touching. Maybe not quite the mass and the boldness that we see in our class winner. I would like to stouten her up at the ground, just strengthen her up in her front pasterns, give her some more wool and some more bone density at the ground to go ahead and start the class. A really maternal female here in third. This one is the best in her underline. She's the most opened up in her center body. She just doesn't balance and proportion as well as the ones right ahead of her. She wants to get up in her spine. Just doesn't have quite the power and gas from behind to match that big maternal cage that she has. Let's give this trio here a round of applause.
Dorset Junior U, first place Taylor Sturm with Prada, second Katie Miller's Cover Girl, and third Katie Miller's Maybelline. Next up, pair of 2 ewe lambs. One entry, Katie Miller, first place award. We're now ready to select our champion ram of the champion ewe of the Dorsets. We need Katie Miller's yearling ewes, Ice Spice and Blondie, and the junior ewe, Taylor Sturm's Prada, and Katie Miller's Cover Girl.
Definitely a high-quality Dorset show, and there's a lot of give and take and a lot of differences, and there's not really a perfect one out here, but there is definitely some pieces and parts and just elite females out here. I think the one that just balances up the most and keeps herself together, just super fresh and better about her loin edge, one that's tighter heighted. That yearling ewe is going to go ahead and be her champion. We'll drop back to this ewe lamb for reserve.
Champion Dorset ewe goes to Katie Miller's Ice Spice and reserve to Taylor Storms Prada. Congratulations to our champions. Next up, Dorset Breeders Young Flock. One entry from Katie Miller. That's a first place award for Breeders Young Flock. And then we also have Katie with an entry for Dorset Flock. And another first place award. Congratulations, Katie. Let's give Katie and her show team a great big round of applause. Nice set of sheep. Next in the ring is our Hampshires. First class Hampshire yearling ram, single entry from Mindy Holtree, 36-34.
Single entry here in our Hampshire show, and I like this guy quite a bit. Just his build and assembly, his athleticism, super good and free and easy moving. He's shallow, he's good looking, he's tight heighted, and he's ultra expressive. Maybe just a little softer today, and want to give him some more punch and power, especially there in his loin edge. But this guy gets out and moves so good built at the ground. Let's give them a hand.
Hampshire yearling ram, first place Mindy Holtree. Next class Hampshire junior ram, two entries, Mindy Holtree 25-3 and Mindy Holtree's 25-16. We'd like to recognize our Shippensburg Fair royalty that's also helping us in the ring today, handing out our ribbons and awards. They were just crowned last night, but we'll have our 2025 Shippensburg Fair Queen, Rory Jones. Shippensburg Fair Sweetheart, Ella McKendrick. Little Miss Shippensburg Fair Aspen Jumper, and Little Miss Shippensburg Fair Princess Eden Selhammer. Let's give them a round of applause. Thanks, ladies, for being out and helping us today. Our Hampshire classes today are sponsored by Souder Stock Clinic. Thank you very much to that clinic and to Megan Souder for supporting our exhibitors and our show. Once again, this is a Hampshire Junior Ram Lamb class.
In this pair of bucks, we're going to go ahead and use the fitted ram to start. Just one that has more power, more look, one that's more comfortable out here in motion. He is stouter and square and longer necked, better looking. The blue sheep out here in second. He's super athletic and extended. Just doesn't want to tie himself together as well. He wants to get up in his spine, longer about his dock and longer about his hock there. Would like to change him about his hide color, but I think a really nice pair of ram lambs here to start our Hampshire show.
Hampshire Junior Ram Lamb, first place Mindy Holtree, 25-16, and second Mindy Holtree, 25-3. Put them together for pair of 2 Ram Lambs, first place award. Congratulations. Attention audience out on the hill watching our show. Steve and Diane are coming through selling tickets for a snack basket. We'll announce a winner for the snack basket as soon as all the tickets are sold. They're also selling 50-50 tickets. They're $1 a piece, or 6 tickets for $5, and the 50-50 drawing will be later tonight after the finish of the alpaca show. So Steve and Diane are coming out. Hit them up. They'll take all your money.
I won't waste much time in this division. I think there's one that just kind of surfaces, that yearling buck, the slick sheared ram. Go ahead and be your champion. We'll follow with the fitted spring buck here for reserve. Congratulations.
Champion Hampshire Ram goes to Mindy Holtree's Yearling Ram, 36-34, and reserve to Mindy Holtree's Junior Ram Lamb, 25-16. Up next, Hampshire Yearling Ewes. 2 entries in this class, Mindy Holtree, 24-38 and 24-55.
We're going to leave them as they stand. Just a powerful female up here to go ahead and be our class winner. Just more maternal look and sweet and just natural drop to her underline balance there. She's so opened up. She's big pin, big hip, big stifled. Just more width, more construction to go ahead and be our class winner. You want to talk about elegance and breed type and length. That's our second place sheep. She just comes with a flatter rib structure, one that's more hollowed out in her flank there. I just like to pull her apart in her hip structure to go ahead and rival our class winner. I think a nice pair of yearling ewes.
Hampshire Yearling Ewe, first place Mindy Holtree's 24-38, and second to Mindy Holtree's 24-55. Congratulations. Junior ewe lambs, 2 entries. Mindy Holtry's 25-1 and Mindy Holtry's 25-41. Sheep exhibitors with dopers, please be getting ready to come to ringside. Dopers, you're up next.
Well, I'm going to talk them quick. In our ULAM class here, we're going to use the one in the back to go ahead and be your class winner. Just so much more power and cage. She's tighter hided. She's square built. I like this one quite a bit. Just big pinned and big hip. Probably a more attractive one here in her front 1/3 assembly. Goes ahead and lands second. She just gets longer about her hip and her dock and just plainer about her muscle shape. Just need to square her up out of both ends of her skeleton. Just give her a bigger rack like our second class winner here. I think a really nice pair of ULAMs as well. Congratulations.
Junior ULAM, first place Mindy Holtry's 25-41 and second Mindy Holtry's 25-1. Put them together, this is pair of 2 lambs. First place awarded to Mindy Holtry. Congratulations. We're now ready to select our champion, Hampshire U. From the young U class, we need 24-38 and 24-55. And from the junior, 1.
Well, we get out here in our Hampshire drive. We're going to go ahead and use this ULAM to be your champion, and we'll follow up with that Yearling U for reserve. I think both of them resemble each other very well in their quality and their type and kind. I think there's just a little bit more style and presence about this ULAM to go ahead and be your champion. We'll use the Yearling U for reserve.
Champion Hampshire U goes to the junior ULAM 25-41 and reserve to the Yearling U 24-38. Next up, Hampshire pin of 4 lambs, 1 entry from Mindy Holtry. First place awarded. Next up, Breeders' Young Flock. Also a first place award. Now we'll bring in some extras and do a Hampshire Flock, all for Mindy Holtry. First place award, congratulations to our Hampshire show, Mindy Moultrie, and thanks to the show team out there. Let's send them out for a round of applause. Great job for our Hampshires. Next up, we've got dopers. First class doper, senior Ram Lambs. 2 entries from Tim Ziegler, 52 and 63.
I think a high-quality pair of dopers out here, and both of them are very different, but the one that is just super stylish and complete, really just good in motion and keeps himself tied together the best is the youthful buck up here that's going to go ahead and be your champion. I'll be the first to admit, if you want to talk about breed type and just ruggedness and masculinity about a buck, the second place sheep is one that is just really good about his head and his quality there. Don't mind the black spot on his blade there, but I would like to just square him up in his hip and make him stronger on the top side of his rack there. But I think a really good pair of them, just like this one's style and presence, just a little bit better to go ahead and be your champion. Congratulations.
Doper Senior Ram Lamb, first place Tim Ziegler, second Tim Ziegler. Put them together a pair of 2 Ram Lambs, 1 entry from Tim Ziegler. First place award, congratulations. Next class is Doper, Young Ewes, 2 entries from Tim Ziegler, number 2 and number 4.
Another really good pair of dopers, but the one that just has so much more turn to her body and just so much more rib structure. She's wider pinned and just a bigger hipped one. Love how square she is at the ground and just how sound structured she is. That's where she's going to go ahead and win. Just her maternal quality and her breed type. I love the extension of the second place doper here. I love her length. just doesn't have quite the squareness up top. Doesn't quite have the big bold hip and just power that we see in that class winner. I think both of these are really high quality, just a really elite champion here in this division. Congratulations.
Doper UNU, first place Tim Ziegler with number 4, and second Tim Ziegler's number 3. Put them together a pin of 2 UNUs. First place award, congratulations. Next class, Doper Senior U Lambs. 4 entries in the next class. 2 from Kristen Ziegler, 2506 and 38, and 2 from Tim Ziegler, 51 and 57.
We got a group of 4 dopers out here, and I do think there's a lot of quality all the way through and some consideration, but the one that goes ahead and finds a way to the top is just the most higher performing one that's got more rib structure, one that's just taller, longer, still has mass and still gets around on a really good set of feet and legs. I think a very similar pair here in second and third. I just prefer the one here in second just for a more erect look when she gets around the ring. I like her hip structure the best, just super square, flatten her hip, and just really wide. She shows so much more expression than the rest of the class there in the seam of her leg and just her underline balance. She appears super tight hided and has a lot of muscle shape. I like the look here, the third place sheep. She just kind of runs out of gas and power compared to that second place individual in this class. I think she is really rugged, really good. Maybe not quite as stout at the ground as the 2 females right ahead of her. Would like to see some more power, especially on the backside of this one's shape. The biggest sheep in the class is actually going to round out the class. She's just not as comfortable out here. She's one that just gets straighter about her shoulder and her hock when we watch her get out and move, and that's where she's going to go ahead and land herself today. Just want to see her freer and easier moving out here in this class. I think a really good group of Doper ULAMs all the way through.
Senior ULAM Dopers, first place Kristen Ziegler is 2506, second Tim Ziegler 57, third Tim Ziegler 51, and fourth Kristen Ziegler's 38. We'll mix them up and make 2 pair of ULAMs. First place Tim Ziegler and second Kristen Ziegler. We're now ready for our champion, Doper U. We need Tim Ziegler's 4 and Tim Ziegler's 3 from the Yearling U class. Kristen Ziegler's 2506, next to Tim Ziegler's 57 from the Senior U class. Yes, it's Kristen's. That's your drive.
A really nice Dorper show and a lot of consistency, a lot of quality, really good about their breed type, really sound. And I think when we get out here, we have a pair of them on the front line that are really high quality sheep. I think they're very close and very similar, just a really high-end Dorper show. We're going to go ahead and use this fall ewe lamb for Grand and the Yearling ewe for Reserve. Just a really good set of sheep out here in this division.
Champion Dorper U goes to Kristen Ziegler's 2506 and Reserve to Tim Ziegler's number 4. Congratulations on our champion ewes. We now have an entry from Tim Ziegler for pen of 4 lambs. Breeding sheep exhibitors. Natural colors are up next. We have 3 short classes and then Southdowns. So natural colored and Southdowns, please be ready on ringside. Congratulations to Tim Ziegler with our Dorper Pen of 4 lambs first place and Breeders' Young Flock also first place. And the full flock, congratulations. All right, we're ready for our natural colored. Attention audience members, we got a snack basket to raffle off. Snack basket, orange ticket, 202-145. 202-145. In the ring, natural colored senior U-line, this is Katie Miller, Scootaloo.
Single entry here in this division, and this one's really good down her top and really good in motion for this breed. I think she's just super stout hipped and really square out of both ends of her skeleton. Maybe with time, just need to drop her flank and give her some more maternal rib structure, but I think her elegance, her performance, just her look from the side is really good. Let's give her a hand.
Senior ULAM natural colored, first place to Katie Miller. Next class, natural colored junior ULAMs. Katie Miller's Sparklefurts and Katie Miller's Piggy on Fire. Once again, spectators, snack basket. If you just bought tickets as Steve and Diane came around, it's an orange ticket, 202-145. You can claim it here in the office. If we get 1 for 3, that might be it on the snack basket, so then we're going to have a party. 202-145, orange ticket. Come on up and get it.
I'm going to leave this pair of ULAMs as they stand, and I do think it's a very close decision. The sheep here that goes ahead and starts the class, it is just super big in her rib structure. She's the best in motion, and that's where she's going to go ahead and start this class, just where she plants her feet and her width at her base when she gets around the ring. She is extended and attractive. I would like to square up in her hip structure just a little bit, maybe make her fleece just a little bit more uniform, especially down at her bridge and back through her hind saddle. If you want to talk about one that's just really opened up with just great lock structure and a great fleece, the one here in second, and she is so good down her top and so square up out of her hip. But when we set her in motion, she just wants to close up from behind. She wants to get just a little more wonky out of her hock and the way she wants to plant her hind set of feet and legs. I think if we can change that about her, I think she's a big-time player out here. Really nice pair of sheep here to go ahead and start our Lincoln show.
Junior ULAM, first place, Katie Miller's Piggy on Fire, and second, Katie Miller's Piggy on Fire, second, first place, Sparkle Farts. Put them together, this is your pair of 2 ULAM's first place award. Congratulations. We're now ready for selection of our champion natural colored U. We need our senior U, Scootaloo, junior U, Sparkle Farts, and the second place, Piggy on Fire.
A really nice trio here in our Lincoln breed, and I do think it gets pretty close, but I do think there's one that's just a little bit more my speed when it comes to stoutness of build and structure. That ULAM's going to go ahead and be your champion. We'll use ULAM here for reserve. A nice pair of them. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Katie Miller, both champion and reserve in our natural colored U's. We're now ready for our southbounds. Southbound Junior Ram Ram, 1 entry from Stephanie Whistler, 24124. This is single entry Ram in our Southdowns. So this will be Junior Ram Ram and Champion Southbound Ram at the same time.
Single entry Southdown Ram, and he is really extended up front and really good about his breed type. One that I think gets around an exceptional set of feet and legs. Maybe just want to relax him in his top just a bit and square him up in his hip structure, give him some more rack shape up top, but his underline balance is good. He's super extended, really good breed type, gets around free and easy. Really nice class winner here in Champion Southdown Ram.
Junior Ram Ram, first place Stephanie Whistler, and Champion Southbound Ram, Stephanie Whistler. Next up, Southbound U&U, 1 entry, Stephanie Whistler's 136. Our Southbound show today is sponsored by Sauter Stock Clinic. Thank you very much, Megan Sauter, for your support of our show.
A single entry here in our Southdown show, and this yearling ewe is very maternal. I love her rib structure, love her underline balance. Young lady gets her propped up and gets her presented really well. Maybe just want to tidy her up about her shoulder and just the way to make her more attractive up front, square up in her hip structure and just pull her apart. But I think that's a nice female here to go ahead and win your class.
U&U Southdown, first place, Stephanie Whistler's 136. Next class, Junior U-Ram, 2 entries from Stephanie Whistler, 2533, and Cheviot.
Pair of Southdown ewe lambs, and young lady here with the pink shirt's got the one that's my favorite. Just a bigger hip structure, a bigger rib, one that is just better about her breed type, up at her head and at the surface. Really attractive one that just has more expression, more balance, more symmetry. Second place sheep is really good fronted and extended, like her breed type as well. But that being said, you just square her up in her hip structure there, just pull her apart in her pin width, just give her some more red meat and muscle to get around our class winner. Nice pair of Southdown ewe lambs.
Junior U-Ram, first place Stephanie Whistler, and second place Stephanie Whistler. We put together a pair of 2. First place award, congratulations. We're now ready to select our champion ewe. We need our yearling U, Stephanie Whistler's 136. And then the two from that last class circle around. We'll drive for champion, Southdown U.
We get out here in the champion drive, and there's a pair of them in the front row that I think are high quality and good looking. That being said, there's one that's just a little higher presented, just better about her breed type, better touching, bigger ended. This ewe lamb will be your champion. We'll follow with the yearling ewe for reserve.
Champion Southdown U goes to Stephanie Whistler's 2533, and reserve to Stephanie Whistler's 136. Next up, Southdown Breeders Young Flock, one entry from Stephanie Whistler. First place awarded, congratulations. We're now up to our other registered purebreds. First class is Young Ewes, one entry from Taylor Sturm with Iggy.
Single entry here, and I think this female can stand a lot more competition. She's good heighted, she's good looking, just super good in motion. Maybe one that I would like to square up just a notch in her hip there and drop her flank just a nickel as well. And one that I think is either coming here to lamb this summer or just came off of weaning some, but she's fresh, she's good looking, one that's just got an udder on her and just making some developmental changes here. Have a nice class winner in this division.
Young Ewe, first place, Taylor Sturm with Iggy. Next class, Junior Ewe Lamb, two entries, Chris Kelly Chanel and Christopher Kelly Haley.
pair of ewe lambs in this division, and the natural colored kind of piebald Dorset Advantage in this deal is my favorite one. Just how she prances in motion. She is the most arrogant and cocky and just has that added ring presence. She's the freshest touching, most unique one to build, and then she's just ultra stout and fuzzy at the ground as well. I think just a bigger, higher performing, more maternal one comes here in second. She just throws herself off balance, being heavier fronted, and one that's pushing a lot of extra condition today, just not nearly the hip structure and the wow factor to go ahead and balance and match up. But she paints a pretty picture from the side. Just need to trim her up just a bit and just get her to wedge the right direction. Nice pair of them here in this division.
Junior ewe lamb, first place Chris Kelly with Chanel, and second Chris Kelly's Haley. We'll put them together and make a pair of two. And they're awarded first place. Congratulations, Christopher Kelly. We're now ready to select our champion ewe. We need our yearling ewe from Taylor Sturm, Iggy. Behind that, Chris Kelly's Chanel. And beside him, Chris Kelly's Haley.
We've got definitely quality in this division, and a breed that I've really taken over and done a lot with across the country to go ahead and make elite white-faced cross sheep. That being said, there is one that I think is just a little more next level at this stage of the game, and then one that just has some wild pieces, just needs some time. We're going to go ahead and use that yearling ewe for your champion. We'll use the natural colored here for reserve.
Champion ewe for our other registered purebreds is Taylor Sturm's Iggy, and reserve to Christopher Kelly with Chanel. Next in the ring is our crossbreeds. First class yearling round, we have one entry from Ricky Brown with Thor.
The black Katahdin ram out here, I think is really rugged, really good looking, and just masculine. One that's big-footed. I would like to change him about his mouth there. He's getting a little scratchy, and one that I think we can square up in his hip and just give him some more comfort to his hock when we watch him get out and go. But one that is really soft-centered. He's got a lot of red meat and muscle, big-loined, and just really attractive. A nice place here to start in this Katahdin show.
Yearling ram, first place, Ricky Brown with Thor. Next class senior round lamb, one entry, Ricky Brown's Bronco.
Nice, really attractive, really sound structured, just kind of high quality livestock here to go ahead and start this single entry class. He's packed full of power, and then he's still good looking. Really nice set of feet and legs on this guy, and we watch him get out and go.
Senior Ram Lamb, first place, Ricky Brown's Bronco. Next class, Junior Ram Lamb. Junior Ram Lambs, we have Emily Myers with River, Josh Holtry, Sheriff Will Smith, and Deputy Ed Sharon from the Sheriff's Police Department.
We get out here in our Ram Lamb division, and I think they sort themselves quite handily. There is one that's just more trendy, more up and out and good looking, super sound structured, and it's that hip structure for me, just being pulled apart and stout and square, just a lot of muscle on this guy. That being said, if I want to be ultra nitpicky of a really elite one, I think he is getting a little loose about his top and about his hide. I just want to make him harder muscled and just tighten him up about his height as well. But his build and his balance and his look is really good. I think a closer decision here in second and third. Second place sheep's just wider constructed, especially when we set him in motion. He's got more loin edge, he's got more muscle, he's got more width. Kind of the taller and longer and extended one is here in third. That being said, I need to make him more comfortable in motion. He wants to get up in his spine, wants to round up out of his hip. He's got too much set to his hock, which makes him very uncomfortable when we watch him get out and move today. But a nice trio of Ram Lambs here in this division. Let's give them a round of applause.
Crossbred Junior Ram Lamb, first place Emily Myers, second Josh Holtry, third Josh Holtry. Josh has got a pair of 2 Ram Lambs. We'll put them together. First place, Sheriff and Deputy, congratulations. Up next is our champion ram for the crossbreeds. We need Ricky Brown's young ram, Ricky Brown senior ram, Emily Myers junior ram, next to Josh Holtry's second place. Josh, come down here on the side, but between us, there you go.
Lots of different variations and types and kinds in this division, and ones that are destined for different programs. And that being said, you know, when you go out and select in this division who's the best in regard to what you're looking for and what their intended use is, what program they're going to be a part of. That being said, there is one that is my favorite, especially when it comes to just the intangibles of having all the extras and then still being good looking, good moving. A young man out of that middle division with the red painted up one will be your champion. The crossbred commercial sheep out of the last class will be your reserve.
Champion crossbred ram goes to Ricky Brown with his senior ram Bronco, and reserve to Emily Myers junior ram River. Congratulations all of our exhibitors. We're now ready for our U classes. Up next, crossbred U and U, 5 entries. In the ring for the young U's, we should have Josh Holtry with Stacy's mom, Josh Holtry with Miranda Lambert, Caitlin Holtry's Tiara, Carly Saplee, Spice, and Taylor Wagner, Prim.
we get some numbers out here in these classes. And that being said, there's one yearling here that just kind of goes ahead and steals the show here when it comes to just her look and assembly. She is so fresh touching and so square and big back. Just a really elite one to come around and prance around the ring. I think our sort comes here in 2 and 3. Like the maternal rib structure, the stoutness, the power, just the rugged look that this second place sheep has. Maybe want to make her free and easier about her shoulder when she gets around the ring, tuck her up in her chest floor. Just want to watch her hind legs track just a little bit longer, more flexible, and cover her tracks out here. We want to talk about handle quality and expression, just raw. The sheep here in third is just explosive, just good hided, good muscle. That being said, she just comes in a more refined package. I need some more flank in this one. I need some more maternal rib and drop and depth to this one to balance her out. Young lady sheep that comes here in 4 is just really nice from the side. She's not really one to pick a hole in. But that being said, I need some more bone. I need some more look. I need to square this one up, especially in her rack, through her loin and back through her hip and dock region. Kind of a bigger, higher performing one here. Suffolk appearing is going to round out this division. That being said, just need to make her more functional and practical when we set her out in motion. Just need to make her easier and more relaxed about her spine. Really nice group here in this commercial yearling youth class.
Crossbred yearling ewes, first place, Carly Saplee. Second, Josh Holtree. Third, Josh Holtree. Fourth, Caitlin Holtree. And fifth, Taylor Wagner. Pen of 2 yearling ewes, 1 entry from Josh Holtree, Stacy's mom, and Miranda Lambert. First place award. She's got it going on. We'll go ahead and get Josh a first place ribbon, and we'll be ready to move into our junior ULAMs. Next class is a big one. This is Crossbred Junior ULAM. Should be 12 entries. Alana Haynes with Aspen. Alana Haynes with Traveler. Josh Holtree, Supercalifragilistics. Josh Holtree, Expialidocious. Caitlin Holtree, Fiona. Caitlin Holtree, Bill. Christopher Kelly, Miss Piggy. Jace Kelly, Hannah. Emily Myers, Glamorous. Carly Saplee, Bella. George Swab, June. And Emma Wagner, Jasmine.
a really deep class and a lot of numbers out here, and definitely some quality. But I think it comes down to the trio up top, just being really elite stock, and just how I see him today. But the one propped up here that goes ahead and wins, she's chock full of muscle and power. She's big and rugged. She's the most balanced. That hip is hard to construct, just how flat and square she is and how she transitions from her blade back to her hip, and then just having all the right angles and bells and whistles, just super elite up front as well. Natural colored rivals are pretty hard. This one is fed to the max. She's got a ditch back and just super fresh. She's up and out. Maybe for me, next set's going just a little bit forward. Need to change her in her loin edge just a bit. And she is just shucking some of that leg wool and making her look full. Her featured there in her hind legs to go ahead and rival that class winner. I think that's a really, really good pair. Young Lady Sheep here in third is probably the most maternal out of this trio. She's the biggest hip, the biggest ended, the stoutest at the ground. But that comes maturity, comes extra breast and chest, and just extra condition. Want her to wedge and proportion and balance in the right direction. Need to make her a nickel longer. Need to tighten her up in the top side of her blade to go ahead and move up higher in this class. Just want to make her more chiseled up front. Just when it comes to handle quality, as well as the way she wants to lay her shoulder into her. Really close pair here in 4 and 5, and it's simply freshness of handle, squareness of shape, the way she gets around the ring. Cut both of them in motion, need to change them in the way they want to prance around the ring, and just how they hold themselves. One that's just a little fresher, more youthful, more up and out is the young man's here in 4. Young man in 5 has the larger framed, larger scaled one of the two. Just one that's softer constructed, and when we set her in motion, she wants to get up in her top and roll down in her shoulder. Just want to get her to just prance out square and straighter compared to the rest of the class. We've got kind of a more moderate package here that comes in 6. I think she's got some wild pieces. That being said, as refined and as youthful as she is, I think we need to make her tucked up more in her chest. Need to shove her sternum up into her, make her stouter featured at the ground. All the way down through, just need to square them up in their hip structure, make them sounder at the ground, just give them some more power and muscle to be out here in this commercial U division. Let's give them a hand here as we wrap up this female show.
Results of our crossbred junior URM class: first place, George Schwab; second, Carly Saplee; third, Alana Haynes; fourth, Jace Kelly; fifth, Chris Kelly; sixth, Alana Haynes; 7, Caitlin Holtree; 8, Josh Holtree; 9, Emily Myers; 10, Josh Holtree; 11, Caitlin Holtree; 12, Emma Wagner. In the ring now is pair of 2 U's. First place goes to Josh Holtree with Supercalifragilistic and Expialidocious, and second to Caitlin Holtree with Fiona and Belle. Congratulations, we're now ready to select our crossbred champion. You. From our young U class, we need Carly Saplee, Spice, and Josh Holtree, Stacy's mom. And the junior year, George Schwab's June and Carly Saplee's Bella.
Likely one of the deeper divisions when it comes to presentation and just how they're fed and managed and presented out here. That being said, I do think there is a pair of them that are really, really good, and just the way they're presented, as well as just their handle quality and expression. I'm going to keep that pair of ewe lambs together to go ahead and be our champion in reserve. Congratulations.
Champion crossbred ewe goes to George Swab, with June in reserve to Carly Suplease Bella. Up next is our crossbred pen of 4 lambs. We got 1 entry from Josh Holtree. Pen of 4 lambs, first place Josh Holtree. Next class, Breeders Young Flock, 1 entry Josh Holtree. First place award for Breeders Young Flock. Next up, Get of Sire, 1 entry Josh Holtree. Get a Sire first place, and next up, Crossbred Flock, 1 entry Josh Holtree. First place awarded to Josh Holtree. Congratulations to all of our exhibitors. We're going to move into a champion series. First up is Champion Pair of Lambs, bred and owned by a junior member of Cumberland Franklin County. Crossbreeds are eligible, so if you showed a pair of lambs today and they are bred and owned by you, bring them to the ring. Once again, Champion Pair of Lambs, bred and owned by a junior member. Once again, this is Champion Pair of Lambs, bred and owned by a junior exhibitor. Looks like we have entries from Josh Holtree, Katie Miller, and Caitlin Holtree. Champion pair of lambs goes to Katie Miller with her natural colored. Next up, we're ready for selection of our Supreme Champion Ram, presented in memory of Bob Holtry. This is Champion Ram from all breeds competing. We're going to go through the list from today. Cheviot, Champion Ram. Stephanie Whistler's 238. Dorset Ram, Katie Miller's Farroco. Hampshire Ram, Mindy Holtry's 3634. Dorper Ram, Tim Ziegler's 63. Natural Color, no Rams. Southbound Ram, Stephanie Whistler's 25124. And our crossbred Ram, Ricky Brown's Bronco.
A really nice breeding sheep show, and definitely quality here in the Rams, and maybe not quite the numbers in this division as there shouldn't be. We should all be running more females than we are males at home. And that being said, we got 6 good representatives out here. I think there is 2 of them that are in high consideration when it comes to their breed. I think it's pretty close between the natural Horn Dorset out here and the Dorper Ram for their quality, their consistency, and their added presence. There is one that's just a little bit more mature and one that just has some more intangibles out here today. The Dorset will be your Supreme the Shippensburg Fair. Congratulations.
Supreme Champion Ram presented in honor of Bob Holtry goes to Katie Miller with her Dorset. If you helped Katie's show today, she wants you in your picture. Come on out, young ones. If you helped Katie's show today, get in the picture. We got our Shippensburg Fair royalty. We got the Holtry crew and our judge. Congratulations to Katie and the Katie Miller show crew. Good job, gang. Next up, we've got Supreme Champion U presented in memory of John Conaway. This is all breeds competing once again. Supreme Champion U in memory of John Conaway, all breeds competing. Here's the rundown. Cheviot U, Stephanie Whistler's 314. Dorset U, Katie Miller, Ice Spice. Hampshire U, Mindy Holtry, 2541. Dorper U, Kristen Ziegler, 2506. Natural Color U, Katie Miller. And Southdown U, Stephanie Whistler's 2533. Our registered purebred U, Taylor Stone with Iggy, and our crossbred U, George Swab with June. That's your drive. As our judge finishes up here today, I'd like to give a big thank you once again to Mr. Troy Longenecker for judging our show, all of our sponsors, Whistler Enterprises, Sauter Stock Clinic, Country Mouse Mobile Grooming, all of our exhibitors, all of our help in the ring, our barn help, and all the parents and spectators for coming out today. Let's give everybody a great big round of applause. Thank you so much for joining our show.
We're not going to waste much time, but definitely extreme quality here in the breeding sheep division, and this is probably my fourth or fifth time sorting at this fair amongst the species and the showmanships and all these kids, and just great stock out here. It is a little more challenging when you're close to home because you know everyone and you know the quality, and you go up against them too when it just comes to the types and kinds and sheep out here and the circuits and circles that we run. That being said, you know, it's just a busy time of year here with summer and fair season, and as busy as I am with breeding a set of sheep at home and traveling to judge shows almost every day this week, and hopping on a plane to judge the market lambs and ewes at North Dakota State Fair this week, and just been a lot of fun, and I still love to remember my roots and the quality and the breeds that kind of built and developed me to be the stockman and the evaluator that I am out here. There is one sheep that hit me hard and often and early on in this show today. I'd be remiss if I didn't pick her to be our supreme champion, because I think she is just next level quality. Cheviot females, you're supreme.
Supreme Champion U goes to the Cheviot, exhibited by Stephanie Whistler, number 314. If you helped Stephanie show today, let's jump in the picture with her and the banner, the judge, and our royalty. Congratulations to all of our exhibitors. Thanks so much. Once again, it's great to have you out for our sheep show today. We'll have just less than an hour, and we'll start our alpaca show right here in the ring. Once again, our alpaca show starts right here at 4:30.